I just came back from the Delaware. Look, my catch. What do you think about that, huh? That's a beauty. You see this beautiful salmon I got in front of me that comes out of the Delaware River. In the 18th century, it would have been not unusual to have salmon that size. Smaller ones, bigger ones. Today's menu is a citrus marinated salmon that's served with eggplant dore and with a potato casserole, and you finish the whole thing with a beautiful, beautiful corn relish. A little spicy, but beautiful. In the 18th century, it would have been not unusual to have salmon that size. Smaller ones, bigger ones in the Delaware, because the Delaware is an extension of the ocean. You had sturgeon, you had salmon, you had crab, you had oysters, you had shrimp, everything in there. I've always make a joke when I make this recipe with people that skin. In those days, were just thrown away. Our days, any fancy restaurant fries salmon skin. It's a beautiful thing to eat. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the medallions just like so. Now comes the most important part of the recipe, my citrus. So I have oranges that came from Seville and the ships over from Europe. And what's interesting about these oranges, a lot of money was made because oranges was the craze of the 18th century. You could see the manuscript Jefferson and Washington all requested oranges. They would come directly into Old City, Philadelphia, right next to the City Tavern. And in the City Tavern, which was the exchange from 1789 until 1834, they would set a price for those oranges, no different than today in Florida. So here we go. We put in oranges, lemon, and lime. Three very precious commodities in the 18th century. So the important part is that you don't want to over-marinate them. What I mean by over-marinating, as you all know, ceviche, for instance, is a fish, a dish that's cooked by the acid of the lemon itself. What happens here is that the orange counterbalances the acid, so you have a little longer time. I'd recommend it no more than a couple of hours before you're going to be ready to marinate it. Put it back in the refrigerator, and then I'll come right back and show you how this dish is done. One of the most amazing vegetables the 18th century had to offer is corn. We take it for granted now that we don't even think about it. Corn, also called maize by the American Indians, throughout Americas, not just North America, was a very common staple. It saved many, many people from starvation. There must be, I wouldn't know how to count how many recipes there are available with corn. The one we make today, however, is one of my favorite because it's a corn relish, a little spicy, but there's a twist to that. And the twist is that in the 18th century, if you made this corn relish, it would winter extremely well. Not for the whole winter, but for a couple of weeks at a time in a wood cellar or in a larder would have been perfect. So now let me get the corn off the fire. Remember, I cook my corn in the husk. You can do the same thing at home, just at a very low fire. You don't want too much fire, otherwise the husk is going to burn. Here we go. Anybody that buys frozen corn, please send me an email. I'll give you some advice. Look at this, it's absolutely spectacular. The flavor comes through. You can obviously tell when it's cooked just by touching it. If you do this on your barbecue at home, what you want to do is you want to spray the outside several times with water to keep the husk moist. So basically what you're doing is you're steaming it indirectly in the husk itself. To make it easy, cut the bottom of the corn so it can stand easier, and then all you want to do, take a serrated knife and just go down and cut the kernel through, just like so. It almost looks like what you find in today's freezer. Just kidding. The peppers that I already chopped. The peppers in the 18th century is what we call a blush pepper because it changes color. There wasn't hybrid peppers as we know today with yellow, green, and red. But having said it, when I make this many times for myself, I'm cheat a little bit. When I'm not in the 18th century, when I'm not in a taste of fish, I put yellow, green, and red in there for extra color. It's spectacular. So that's the pepper. Now I have onions already chopped, garlic minced. I have pepper flakes to get the heat, ground cumin, which gives a little bit of that southwest flavor that we also there. Put some salt in it, but I will check it later a little bit. Oil, and I got vinegar. Rice wine vinegar is good. I wouldn't put any balsamic vinegar in there because the balsamic has too much flavor of its own. Now all I gotta do is I have some green onions here. You can use chives or green onions, scallions, what you call them. I just chopped the scallion real quick in there, and a little bit of cilantro. Here we go. The cilantro is very strong. You don't put too much in there. Just like a good pinch might be good. I got pepper. Good amount of pepper in there. Pepper is good for that. Oh yeah. The flavor of the corn when it first comes off the husk freshly and the peppers together gives a beautiful, beautiful aroma. So now all I gotta do, let it sit for a second. Let me get a tasting spoon and see if I have enough of salt and pepper in there, making sure. It don't get better than that. It really doesn't. It is beautiful. So beautiful, so fresh, so clean, spectacular. I can just envision or imagine that in the end of the winter, the people would be starving for freshness. Remember, no airplanes, no grocery stores. This would be a refreshing dish anytime. Beautiful.
Philadelphia in the spring of 1793 was the second largest English-speaking city in the world, with a population of 55,000. Its bustling streets offered all the finest products from around the world, including a thriving import trade from the West Indies. Ships docked daily at Philadelphia's wharf with rare tropical delights, such as spices, fruits, and coffee. One of these ships, newly arrived from Haiti, not only brought food, but it also carried with it a deadly disease. The A. aegypti mosquitoes on board first went to work on anyone who boarded the boat, then on those who lived near the water.
I actually have correct data of how many people died in yellow fever.
About 5,000 people, and that's in a population of 50,000.
And in what span of time?
3 months.
No one knew for sure how it was spread or how to stop it. They left behind the sick and the slaves to tend to them. Bloodletting was the primary technique used to combat the disease by two prominent doctors, Benjamin Rush and Philip Singh Physick.
Dr. Physick stays in the city with his partner and best friend, Dr. Benjamin Rush. He catches yellow fever and is lucky to survive his and Rush's cure. Physick was bled 22 times in 10 days. They removed 176 ounces of blood from him.
It's unbelievable. And I guess he recuperated right here. This is
Right
his
in this
bedroom,
room.
right?
This is his bedroom.
It was initially assumed that African Americans were not susceptible to the illness, which was completely false.
One of the first groups to volunteer was the Free African Society, with Absalom Jones and Richard Allen as the leaders. They went over to Mayor Clarkson at City Hall and offered the services of their members because there was no one to nurse the sick and people wouldn't even touch the dead bodies because they were afraid they would get the disease.
The people of Philadelphia were so grateful to the African Americans for their service during the plague that they granted them the right to own 2 churches, the first slave property in America. The Mother Bethel AME Church, which remains and still operates today, is a testament to what Philadelphians endured and the lessons they learned together. The plague ended as abruptly as it had started, in the late fall with the onset of cold weather, which ended the mosquito season. The lessons learned about sanitation, maintaining clean sources of water, and agricultural quarantine were invaluable and changed the way people lived in modern societies.
Now we get ready to assemble the main course. We already marinated the salmon, it's ready to go. Now I'm serving this with an eggplant dore, which is kind of interesting. Eggplants were a lot around in the 18th century because they grow real easy. They're very delicious. There are a multitude of recipes from ratatouille to eggplant parmigiana, a million different recipes. This one today is very simple. We just cut a slice off, we put a little bit of flour and egg wash and we deep fry it and it goes as a base. Now, the eggplant, interesting enough, if you have any problems with your stomach, you might want to make sure that you peel it because the skin is a little difficult to digest. So we just cut a slice like so, 3-4 slices, real simple. But I put a little salt on there, just a little bit, and a little bit of white pepper. Put it in the flour, Put it in the egg wash over here. Just all-purpose flour. Just a little flour to hold it. You don't have to necessarily dip it in flour. I just like it better. It holds a little better, but you don't have to. You can also take this completely with nothing on it and deep fry it. It works the same way. So now I go, my oil is hot. Basically all I'm going to do, coat it a little bit like so, and then stick it into my oil. Now we go into the pièce de résistance, my beautiful salmon. All I want to put there is a little bit of white pepper, just a little bit. And since it's the last moment before cooking, no problem with the salt. And now I'll do the same thing. I put it nicely in the all-purpose flour, really good. I put a little schmaltz into it, lard, and some onion. And what it really is just a little bit of quick onion, lard, that I melt and put a couple string beans into it. That's all it is for that one here. Now, make a little room here. Isn't that beautiful? Voila, I got my beautiful eggplants. And I'm just let it dry up here. Okay. While the eggplant is sitting up here a little bit, it'll sit here for a second. I'm going to move the pot back. And I got to turn my fish, which is cooking spectacularly. So the fish, cook it on one side, flip it over another side. Because the salmon on the inside, you want it pink anyway. The one thing you want to do is cook the salmon to death. Here we go. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. I have the butter that I put in a small little kettle in the back there. I'm just going to take some green onions and chop them up. What it does, it gives the butter the flavor of the green onion. And you just throw it in the melted butter, nothing more to it. So I'm going to put this right into my pot over here. All of this, just like so. The green beans, just any kind of green, is really more for color than anything else like that. And green beans, in the 18th century, interesting enough, when you had a lot of green beans, you would dry them, like so. And you'd hang them up. Hang them up by your fireplace. Then when you're ready to use them, all you do is soak them in water, and you have green beans all winter long. We put a little green bean in here. Okay, I have my casserole dish here. The eggplants we made before, so I'm going to put the eggplant on the bottom of the casserole dish. Just like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, simple. Now I have the little green beans in the back that you saw me saute earlier. Beautiful. Put little green beans on top. Couple more, just like so. So my salmon goes. Beautiful. Oh. That is what we call gorgeously. That's what you want, the crispiness. I don't know, I mean, it's just perfect. I get a little bit of the chive butter out. And all I want to do is pour it over like so. Now, since we go into all this trouble, we're going to take a quick orange, cut it down. Take the orange here. We'll take a lemon, lemon. And then we're going to take the same thing. There we go. Stick it in there like so. And your main course is served short of the potatoes, which is quite a way a main course in itself. We're going to come right back to that. So.
It was thought that Mayans were the first to have grown and used cacao, the raw form of cocoa which requires an equatorial climate. The bitter cacao liquid they drank was very important in their ceremonies, especially before sacrifices. Spaniards learned of chocolate as they explored Mexico. They brought the precious cacao seeds back to Europe in the 1500s, and for the next 300 years it was a favorite among the elite. Cacao was mixed with another treasured tropical ingredient, sugar. and made into a warm paste, which spread its popularity even farther. During the Revolutionary War, soldiers were paid, at times, in chocolate. Rolling the roasted beans into cocoa paste required lots of manual labor.
A piece of wood for my good friend Jim. He's over in the Palace kitchen. He's going to teach me all about chocolate. Hey Rob, I'm here to see Jim.
Very good. There you go.
Jim,
Walter.
man, I tell you, I'm waiting for this moment a long time.
Great.
You have to enlighten me about this 18th century chocolate. It's such a mysterious thing for people don't know, so I'm all yours.
Well, Walter, there's actually two kinds. There's the artisanal kind, which I'm going to show you today, and then there's the machine-made chocolate, which was actually available to a great number of people in the 18th century. But all of it, whether it's made by a machine or made by hand, as we're going to do, it all starts with cocoa beans. And in the 18th century, they didn't actually call these beans; these were nuts.
Coconuts,
Okay,
yeah.
so they're cocoa nuts. So what they
Yep.
do is they take the seeds from the cacao fruit. Okay, they then take them out and throw them on the forest floor. They let them ferment. So what we want to do is sort out the cocoa beans from the trash, and then we will put them in the fry pan. And do you want to start stirring
Yep.
those? This is the only cooking we do in the entire process, and the most important part of it, because this is where flavor is developed from the roasting. Now, the only way we're going to know these are done, Walter, is when we start tasting them.
I mean, I get the flavor big time already.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you see there's a little shell that around has to come off each and every one of them, and I'll
I watch
just
it, yeah.
stir in this for
For
you.
me, hold on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Good?
oh.
Okay, well, I think we're done. Why don't you bring that pan over
All right.
here? Okay, great. And then what we have to do is take the shell off and do that for every single
Yep.
one of these. And of course, we will be making many, many more batches than this. Now what I want to do is even clean these even more. Now, you basically have a winnowing basket, but we have to do it outside. And I'm going to give this to you, Walter.
Yep, thanks.
All right, so then what we're going to do, there's chaff in here, as you can see it fly away.
Oh, you see it, good. Oh,
All
yeah.
that stuff, that'll wind up at the bottom of your cup, okay, as inedible. The very first time I did this, I
On the
threw
floor.
them up in the air, and they all landed on the ground. We're all done cooking now. We're all done cleaning these up. Now it's all about mechanical. It's about pounding. It's about grinding. And we're going to start with the oldest, probably the oldest grinder at all, a mortar and
Correct.
pestle. And you can see, we're going to try to make that as small as we can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over this chocolate stone that's been heating up all morning. This thing probably weighs about 65, 70 pounds, and it's hot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all of that out of there into this tub right
I
here.
did good.
Very good so far.
Am I employed?
You're not done yet.
I know, we get a prep
Got
ready.
another 5 pounds to go.
Oh,
So this part right here, we're going to just turn this into a liquid, and we do this by just
Oh, yeah.
grinding. Okay, the stone is pretty warm. As we grind it, it will start turning to a liquid, and you can also start to smell it.
my trainer would be proud of me.
Yeah, this is you're doing an excellent job.
Another perfect example in the 18th century. A lot of hard work in the beginning, but the end results were spectacular. Every chef has favorites, right? This happens to be one of my favorites. Most likely because it combines potato, mushrooms, onions, Parmesan cheese, heavy cream, and nutmeg. It's a beautiful dish. When you make it at home, just put it in an oven-proof dish, stick it in your oven. Takes about 30-40 minutes. I'm doing it the hard way, so join me over here. I'm going to take those potatoes that I cut already, any baking potatoes or red potatoes, and I throw it in the oil. All right, the potatoes are in the oil, and it won't take long. We're not cooking them completely done. We're going to blanch them. It's just kind of like a slight blanch. When they're almost blanched, I bring them over here. I'll take them out of the oil and let them sit up for a little bit. Important to remember when you make this, when you cut the potatoes over this bit, keep them in water until you're ready to use them. You want to make sure you take those potatoes and you dry them before you add them into your grease, because water and grease do not like each other. And smells so good already. And there's nothing more than potato and oil. This is the fascination with French fries we have. Which, by the way, French fries was served in the 18th century, more than we take credit for. Thomas Jefferson loved it. He actually had James Hemming trained in France how to make the proper French fries. All right, now with this to the side. In the Dutch pot now goes, like you would imagine, a little bit of schmaltz. Schmaltz again, rendered lard, either from pork, goose, duck, you name it, anyone. Put a little schmaltz on the bottom, just like so. Now comes the trick. I'll take the potato and lay him on the bottom. And you see my pot is already hot. So I put the potatoes down. Then I'm going to put some salt and pepper. Next, mushroom, sliced mushroom. This happens to be cremini, any kind of mushroom. Onion, very important. I put the onion, like about so. And then the nutmeg, and the nutmeg which gives a unique flavor. So you don't want to be shy in the nutmeg. Good amount of nutmeg in there. Good amount, just like so. Beautiful. Next one, I'm going to put another layer of potato on top. Just layer them right over. Here we go. So I'm ready to go. Now I just put my heavy cream in it. Parmesan cheese, which I already grated. And now it goes in the oven. Now, if you cook it on an open fire, like I do, you can do it, but you got to cook it just very, very, very slow. Let me put the potatoes on the fire, and I'll be right back to plate up the rest of the meal. All right, my potatoes are fantastic. They're cooked, I can smell them. It's just dynamite. Let me go get them. Okay. Okay. All right, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? When you do like a corn relish, you want to let it sit before you get ready to serve it. You want to taste it one more time. See, even here, the pepper is almost not identifiable, so a little more pepper into it. And we're in business. I have a nice little bowl here. Fire is talking back. Actually, the fire is saying they like what I'm making, so it's a beautiful thing. A little bit of sprig of thyme in here. Potato, you just want to cut it so you can get it out of the casserole dish. So we're going to go in here. And let me recap the meal. The potato casserole. Potato, onions, mushroom, cream, Parmesan cheese. And Parmesan cheese, don't be surprised. The Parmesan cheese has been around a long time. Matter of fact, Ben Franklin wrote in his very own cookbook, he made a Parmesan cheesecake, which was delicious. Then we have the salmon doré, that's marinated in citrus. Citrus, as I mentioned, very much of a status symbol in the 18th century. Eggplant Dore, a couple of green beans just for color, and then this fantastic corn relish. Many chefs have many great meals they make. This happens to be one of my favorites. Potato, a little work involved, but I'll tell you what, it's worth every little bit of work, because those potatoes are second to none. It is a spectacular meal, and so much 18th century, and so great, and so much a taste of history.